ahead of this. You don't know the half of it. I got dreams of looking up, high as I can get. But nothing feels like how it feels to know these things I don't know yet. The weight of everything, and everything's just fate. Sometimes I'm trapped inside and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
They have to play full 5v5 retake, the only damage done on Zeppa.
Seems like they're gonna have 3 coming in through garage. Zels is still making sure there's nobody pushing in towards mid, and now they're gonna work their way forward. An early paranoia.
Get them off lane.
Where do they go from here? A little bit of spam down through stairs. The spike ticking away. Nags playing up close first. The dash come through, and you already see the spam coming through smokes as well. Meltzer still playing from backside as a couple of members of Cloud9 have fallen. Numbers in favor of KRÜ here. Zeppa, on the other side of the smoke, only getting 1. That's a round for KRÜ. That's an excellent start. It seems like that's what KRÜ are doing. Seeker's invested. You hear the ult used. Rooney's getting the first onto Kesnet.
Leaf is here too. I don't know if they realize this.
Well, Nags may not have known, but he took care of him anyway. Seems like it's going to have to be a ferocious attempt to retake from Cloud9 in order to get this side back from KRÜ. They're up in numbers. They've taken their post-plant positions. The Seekers have been dealt with.
Both post plants that we've seen on this B side have gone to KRÜ. The pistol and that anti-eco, it was close.
Zeppa has a flash and Jake has a paranoia, so they have some tools to do this. But it's much like what we saw the last time we were in this position. The utility that KRÜ is using to delay is just so effective. But Zels finds an opening. Jake does too, and they get the site back.
Fighting through the smoke there too from Melzer. And you can see Klaus completely droning from way far back. Didn't use it to get in the site. He's just droning the flank. When do you see this? He's just trying to keep the drone alive for as long as possible, delay as long as possible.
And I think his positioning here is key because he has a Hunter's Fury. If Zelsis doesn't choose to invest a lockdown, there is a counter to that. So you've got to expect Zeppa to be able to push and guide him off of that because he knows where they're coming from, and there it is. The timing is perfect from Zeppa. He read it so well. Meltzer's now left alone in this 1v5. And that's all it's going to be.
What a beautiful consideration from Zeppa there. Called it out perfectly. Jake's been in this position multiple times, but KRÜ has not actually had to face it.
Oh, the Seekers are so persistent. The flash on the other side of the smoke, and Jake looking to reposition, play a little bit closer, but Meltzer's timing is gorgeous.
It's just in time to get the players off. Leaf still finds a kill though, and it, despite everything that looks like KRÜ should have been advantage, no, the early pick. Down in mid from Zelsis with the Odin.
Still has it, still working his way out towards the site. He's up in heaven right now, joined by the other 2 members of Cloud9. Meltzer playing down low, Leaf cleans him up, leaving Nags by himself.
Starting to roll.
Meltzer's ult, the only one online right now. You see the defensive setup from Zelsis towards B, but KRÜ leaning A right now. Oh boy. Oh, I thought he was gonna get more. Zeppa does. He cleans it up.
Down A.
And so the intention there from KRÜ is to actually use this space while there's no smoke to try to find a pick onto the 2 players who were on A, which is a good idea. But Cloud9 is just facing them anyways, and they net themselves a huge advantage in this round when KRÜ was looking to strike. This is gonna be terrible if KRÜ lose this round. I mean, they're gonna get reset economically. They're gonna go back down to only the 1.9K that you get in this instance.
The moment's so heavy, but they're so painfully outnumbered.
Enemy remaining.
And it's just gone from bad to worse. Meltzer had to use his ult just to recover the spike to get them into a decent situation. But he seems to have found a timing to be able to get the spike down. Rooney playing this a bit more safely, takes a step back, allows B to go up, knowing they're up in numbers.
And he missed the silent jump there, which forces him to just go for the plant instead. He could have maybe found a sneak attack onto Rooney.
That flashback site confirming that he isn't out proper, and he's got to be exactly where that molly is. Now 54 HP for the remaining member of KRÜ. And a shorty in the face. Cleans him up. Leaf playing just on the other side of this wall. Spots a shoulder. Not able to land the shot. Has to get away. The Hunter's Fury invested from Klaus.
No tags.
No, nothing at all.
Seekers as well, delay. They get the information set up. And Jake perfectly.
What a cheeky spot. They invested the Trailblazer and everything because they wanted to take this fight to KRÜ.
KRÜ's not quite done with it yet. Despite the fact that Klaus missed every single pulse. Lockdown may be spammable if Rooney gets close enough, but Kesnet just jumps up. And we've got a game yet, 8-4. Cloud9 waiting out any util that could come outside of B there, now smoking off. Nags. They're trying to get a ghost shot off the turret.
Yeah. It's just going to be a full take of the site, and they've left Zeppa playing around mid. No utility, but he's going to be there to cut off rotation.
This is really slow for these mid players right now. It's going to take quite some time finally breaking that turret. Zeppa with a frenzy. They don't check this.
They know now. Oh, dear. Well.
But this is taking so much time. I mean, we've already spent like 20 seconds just getting these players up into B main right now.
Yeah, just setting up for the fight. You're right.
And he's already ready for them. I mean, Leaf is already marking out, pinging where the dart is going to land because he knows where Klaus is coming from.
There it is.
He missed it. Just went off the map.
Time is so short right now. I don't know that KRÜ are going to have enough time to do this. And now with Leaf still playing on site. They desperately needed the pistol, and it does not go their way.
I'm wondering if they collected information about the Odin on the other side of the map. There again, remember, we talked about how KRÜ went for this pick. Same outcome, though, this time for KRÜ.
Leaf, blades online.
Right click him, maybe.
He wants to go.
Ooh.
And Zeppa swings out at the same time. Once again, you're seeing dynamic peeks out from Cloud9, overwhelming the opposition. 2v2 here. Cloud9 have gotten the site. They have the spike. They are getting it planted.
Spike planted.
A Phantom and an Odin in the hands of the defense. And the drone now out.
Oh, no. Zeppa can't get spammed here. Ooh.
Ow, just barely. Still a dart for Klaus. He's looking for another target, anyone to get lit up. He can bring the pain and punish, but Leaf with 3. The Guardian still in play. Nags gets it to a 1v1, but Zeppa cleans it up. It's been brutal scenes. Kesnet with the Guardian trying to find an early pick as Cloud9 trampled their way forward, and Leaf does eventually fall. But now without Melser meeting his death either. KRÜ just so far away here. Nax is still just working across the middle of the map, and Kesnet's left in this fight where he's having to deal with so many different targets without any help.
There's a flood attempt there from KRÜ, but it's splintered because of the mollies from Rooney. Finally, he falls, and they're going to try to push this lockdown.
Whoa, Jake.
Success so far.
3v2. Cloud9 gotten it down to a 2v2 now. Zelsis is still dancing around. Not many bullets left in the clip. And it's all going to be on to Zelsis. Takes a step back. Gets pressured. Still finds time to reload. Davies, half, pulls off. Zelsis with the Red Bull clutch. That's got to be a dagger.
You're going to be a bunch of C-to... Ooh, early pick again from Leaf.
Davies already dead.
It's the same situation, too, where he's trying to throw his knife.
Klaus finding a little bit of something. You see Kesnet tried getting high ground over the cover. Couldn't find any value.
Relying on a judge to save the game here, and it might pay off here. The rotate is coming in. It's not able to punish Leaf. Finally, it goes his way. KRÜ.
But even if Nags gets, I mean,
the stun.
It's considered. The Trailblazer was well done.
And look at the pivot back immediately, and there's no info here for KRÜ. The smoke as well. Just got placed down on both sides.
The benefit is Melser does have his ult too, so they can flip map potentially if need be.
Right now they're walking inside a spawn. They're completely unsure about where they are.
Yeah.
Now with the spike coming, they're going to start to realize. But because they've walked all this way, they could surprise them out of heaven right now. Still Rooney with this molly. It's such good delay.
He still has 1 molly. Zelsis still has 2 nanos and the turret.
And the wall's going to come back up too. Fuel takes a long time in this patch. But with that molly, it pushes them back, and he's probably going to activate now.
And time just ticks away. Desperation for the side of KRÜ. And a huge moment, it's going to fall down to a 1v1. Rooney is pit.
Fake TP.
Can't imagine he uses it here. Tucks on the angle. Waiting for the swing, and Rooney wins it out. The 3K to get Cloud9 map 1.
And it's a flawless attack side.
The benefit, though, of tournaments like this is that it really just comes down to who has the hot hand. any team can catch fire and make a run, and that's what KRÜ's done up until this point, but they have finally met an obstacle, an opponent that seems to be able to slow them down, and it's because of things like that. They even had the nano prepped for where they thought Kesnet was going to updraft onto, and it was perfect.
Yeah, delays any plant too. They will finally get it down, but they've used a lot to get to this position, and see if they can actually get the kills in the back of sight. Yes, they are.
Well done by Nags and Meltzer, but they need to find more. Nags' position there is so pretty. Just tucking barely behind that corner of the wall so you can isolate the gunfights.
And even before that, those initial volley of kills, the first two landed on Zeppa and Zelsis. That was two key people to retake in this instance. He had the Cove. That was basically their only shot. Now Jake is... Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's flashing, he's dead. You're absolutely right.
Des talked a lot about how they got to start winning these first engagements. Let's see how this very first one goes here on this bonus.
The early flash, the cascade, the prowler, excuse me, to make sure there's no one pushing down B.
Yeah, it's really interesting too because that flash that you saw should have actually confirmed that there was nobody back there. They still use the dog, still use the Trailblazer. Now they're not going to be able to actually scale up behind this Viper wall at this point.
And that's exactly where Cloud9 are. The pop flash on the other side, and all three of them are standing there, but they somehow still get every kill.
That's the type of thing that Cloud9 has huge success with, and you can tell they're really confident in it. But in this instance, when they already got some key pieces of util out, you should probably allow this to play slightly differently. Leaves Leaf and Rooney in a tough position.
He's gotten it to be interesting. 45 HP though. Rooney's still close by.
I suggest you move.
Wow.
They invest the Reckoning early here. He has to dance around the pulses of the ult, the Viper utility, and the bullets from Nags too, and it's just way too much to deal with. Rooney's not able to do much more. KRÜ win the bonus.
30 seconds left.
There's alert coming in here. All the way for Nags. He's close to Zelsis, but the wall is perfect. And they're going to have to pivot. 20 seconds right now. Zelsis can do it all. Rooney still has mollies here as well. All the delay right now.
And that might be what comms. He still has a way to get out. He still has a way to tuck to safety, reposition, live to fight another day, and that day is now, but he's not able to get a single kill. Delays for just a moment, but the spike still goes down. Klaus weak. Now Cloud9 with 3 members remaining have to try to take this back. KRÜ have assumed their post-plant positions. They've gotten backside. They have 2 playing there, and Klaus and Meltzer. How do Cloud9 get back into this? Wait out some of the utility and then decide to pounce and go, but Zeppa gets dealt with execution style. Cloud9 falls. That's a 5th round in a row for KRÜ. This might be where the spark starts. This might be where the momentum begins. The Reckoning invested from Cloud9 as it seems like KRÜ are trying to take this site with Reckoning of their own. You see them pass by one another. Ult still in play. Jake trying to hold them back on his own, and Davies just clotheslines them.
Really good pinch there, and again, a 20-second plant. Lockdown invested. That's really not going to gain them that much, especially with this counter lockdown plays from Davies.
Feels like it's just going to throw a pause on the round for a little bit.
Oh, he's going to try to get half.
He's going to be ahead of it here.
Yeah, he gets
gotten it to half.
He's detained now, though. They're going to definitely take him out in art.
There it is, the easiest kill of Meltzer's life. Rooney and Zelsis.
They have a Cove. This Cove could easily get another half here. End the round.
And it seems like that's what he's trying to do, but it instantly gets taken care of. You see the nanos are all set up. Zelsis made an attempt on it. Now he's left alone. He's got a tap. He's gotten it down to 1. I thought the transfer was there, but Nags cleans it up again.
This turret's going to give early information. But look, the high-tech segment's everything off sewers. And flowers as well. Do they have a follow-up cascade? Yes, they do. They're not using it, looking for picks instead on secret.
Flooding them.
One player currently posted up a dugout. The spike has been planted. Rooney playing around with the Sheriff. There's just so much to look at here. There's so much utility. You see the Cove. Rooney doesn't even get a chance to fire the weapon. Again, indicative about how dominant of a performance it's been by KRÜ. Leaf at least keeping a flawless away, but Kesnet, I mean, all of KRÜ have awoken.
It's looking incredibly well drilled. Even the reaction there. And there's a first pick.
It's interesting too, this cascade is so deep, the one that Zelsis just used, and they filled behind it.
Doug, I have to say it at this point. We are approaching the territory where this is going to be a 13-0 for KRÜ. Maybe a flawless half. Lockdown's gone out. The crowd is asking for the 13-0.
It certainly has all the makings of it. This will inevitably be the route. No, never mind. Never mind.
There's time here. They're not going to be able to punish Leaf at all, but he gets stunned up with this too. Time running down.
2 back there. You see the first
Leaf
nano
has
has been
knives.
used.
Oh, what a flash.
Flash out from Klaus. They're both right next to each other. Leaf getting one with the blades, the second not falling. And that's 12 for KRÜ. My goodness, we thought we saw a stomp on a scent. This is a proper beating.
They're going to get a flank off on Cloud9 right now. The players are rotating over towards A while the one Harbor is investigating what's going on B. He hears him now running back. Melzer gets a free kill here.
Unless Jake does something about it. He does. Problem is, it's not Nags. Final boss is still up. Look at the aggressive position that they've taken. Again, 2 members down for Cloud9, just like that.
The time is ticking, though. They got it clear. Oh, flash up.
Dude, what on earth did we just watch?
And somehow it's a 3v2. Kesna gets it. 3v1 Leaf to hold off the 13-0.
To avoid being on the wrong side of history, he's gotten into a 1v1, 15 HP left.
There's no time right now for Klaus. He has to make a play.
He's got to push it. Oh, he decides to go back. He decides to go back, and Leaf's just playing with him. Can he get the kill? Oh, 13. Oh, avoided. And the Red Bull clutch for Leaf. You see Kesnet already getting pushed off of that angle.
Yeah, Flash gives weird information, though. And this is what Wyatt, Sean, everybody was talking about. Baby Bay talking about how you don't want to give time for Kesnet to actually heat up. He's going for more. That's a little overcooked, but
it looked like he was just going for the jugular there.
That Molly actually prevents Leaf from following up. What is that shot? Maybe it's Leaf who's got to heat up.
And Melzer just walked into the Molly too. Tried to play with a really small timing window.
Toxins going up.
3v3. All members of KRÜ are healthy, except for Klaus. Now he's dead. And an early reckoning. Jake is very weak here, just 19 HP, and the spike ticks away. Dave, he's trying to keep them back. You see Nags is repositioned. He's going to try to get an angle up on Heaven. But there are 2 members from Cloud9 backside. There's really nothing he can do from that angle. So through all of that time that was invested in him repositioning it all, so it's all for naught.
It's a save. The Seeker is coming all the way towards this B side for KRÜ from Klaus.
I mean, even the timing on KRÜ's utility here, Melzer gets the high tide up right before the Viper wall goes down. So there's no gap in coverage. But now Cloud9 using some of their own.
I like this from Zelsis, a very shallow wall so that he could potentially get this plant down with 25 seconds is really important. Cove can be used. Followed up high Cascade as well so they could push backside.
And still playing in an unconventional position. Melzer looking to get the second, somehow does. This might be it.
This is it.
Yeah, they finally put them away.
All you got to do is take down one singular Leaf.
Oh. All right. Rudy made it exciting at the end there, but a little labored. KRÜ finally take down Cloud9 on Pearl. But it was not without flirting with history for a little while first.
Insta-B hit here from KRÜ. And once again, it's going to be a full 5v5 retake that you're seeing fast from Cloud9 here. The Trailblazer comes in, the Paranoia as well. They could even start to tap this early.
I didn't think they were going to commit to this, but they flash out. They want to take the fight. They're going to push out mid. Holy smokes, Jake.
He's midair.
That was gross.
And they're sticking. No, they're sticking.
What?
And it's another 1v3 from Leaf on the pistol, too. And I need to recognize that. Either way, they're going for this fast push again. It's much slower, though, than the pistol. They're not getting that half immediately.
And KRÜ is so far off site here. They have no intentions of having this be a brawl, at least early on. They want to make Cloud9 come to them, and they're going to have to. Klaus is going to go unchecked. And the gravity well was there. It was so well set up. But Jake cleans him up anyway.
Not even close to half here.
Rooney made an attempt at it, instantly had to cancel. KRÜ played this beautifully. Rooney has no choice but to save the op. Want to go B, and they're going to push into some of this utility. There you see the Seekers that were just cleared out. Kesnet takes the high ground. And maybe, yeah, they use Zelsis's lockdown for an attempt at a retake here.
This might be nadeable here, but no, Kesnet's going to get off, and he has the showstopper to get back in this. 2 stars already on the spike. They've got mollies as well.
Leaf has dashed his way forward so aggressively. There it is, showstopper on. Is it going to connect? It does, onto Zeppa. 5v3 in favor of KRÜ.
Consistently hitting those where others are missing.
Leaf having to make a big play here, and they're going to swing into 4. They've got the smoke to cover one side, and they've cleaned them up. But KRÜ with the counter punch, leaving Rooney alone, and he falls as well. Out of the timeout, KRÜ win another round. They're going to push their way into B once again, and you see the Sentinels. The plan is still the same, but this time, Zelsis seems to be able to hold them back. The spike's sitting on the other side of the wall, on the other side of the smoke.
Here.
A little bit of an error there from KRÜ, thinking that they can get through with that boom bot, but instead, they didn't really consider the change that this makes once this Viper wall has been shifted over here.
This is brutal. There are no flashes to pop out of. There's no nothing. You just have to take this drive, and you're done. There's no way through that.
This Viper wall is going to be really key going forward. We're into it. Tour de Force ups right now. They're going to dash again. There's the flash. Same thing.
So aggressive.
What is that?
Leaf with 3. The flash as he tucks into the Cloudburst, looking for the 4th to put him away, and he does.
And that's what they're looking for. That's why they're continuing to play aggressive.
And you know, we were having this conversation in the previous round about Leaf making hero plays and things like that, but if you need your star to come online, to catch fire, that's the type of play that makes it happen.
And for them to go for that twice in a row, by the way,
Yeah.
my goodness. Cloud9 are the masters of this A aggression. I was wondering how it's going to continue to happen here without the same level of util available to them with this composition. Instead, it's just still beautiful. Big omen ult for info here for Jake. Spots nothing down C-Long. Davey's trying to set himself up in garage here. Meanwhile, Trailblazer coming in. At the same time, Trailblazer coming out
Oh,
from the B push. Zelsis is turned up.
Davies was fully tethered there. He had
You should run.
the TP to get out from it. He's not able to do anything with it. Meanwhile, the lockdown invested from the attacking side.
Oh,
But it leaves some gaps.
Leaf has a gap in long, too. This is crazy. You never expect this. He might have made noise, though.
Even if he did, it doesn't matter. Klaus, though, cleans
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, my goodness.
Dead. He's so stuck. Klaus with 2 big kills there. Now Seekers used the 3v3 here. Spike does manage to go down. How do Cloud9 burst their way back into this? You have Zelsis, seems to be the tip of the spear. He's made a couple of big plays so far. Kesnet with the satchel. Zelsis is dead. Just 2 remain, and it quickly turns into 1. Rooney in a 1v3. Kesnet and Klaus both weak. There's still so much to do here for Rooney, for the Viper who's weak himself. No one dare challenge, no one dare swing. There's the first, waiting for it. Klaus gets a 4K to get KRÜ to 6. It's just gonna be a smoke, and Davies is already ahead of it.
Oh, wow.
He tucks behind the recalled smoke.
Yeah.
Finds a timing window.
All the way down. And this is the same position he's always played in. Look at the TP, though. He's actually being able to get back in towards this B and hit the post plant fast. They've got to hold on to it.
This is the pistol once again. The paranoia from Jake. He still gets
the
cleaned up.
damage. 2 HP from the that boom bot.
This is really nice pressure out from Cloud9, though, as they try to take garage, try to pinch in and corral what KRÜ have.
Yeah, that turret was normally watching, and they've broken it. Which means that flank is available, that avenue is available. Davies against Leaf.
Stop, this close is gonna be a problem, but the shorty is not. They've kept it competitive, they've kept it interesting, and they still have a shot in this round. And they're gonna be pushing in towards C, where really nobody is. Zeppa's the only one who's close by, and he has 2 HP.
And those mollies, that alarm bot, that turret, everything is disabled right now. Zelsis is already dead.
Rooney has the pit, but he's really not in a position to make a play with it.
No. Absolutely not, and KRÜ has been focused on playing on sites when it comes to the C post plant.
They're both down already. Rooney swings out, and he's done. An 8-4 half for KRÜ.
They didn't talk about was the fact that there's 2 Sentinels on the side of KRÜ right now.
Well, you see the trap setup already. Look at that.
Nade grab well.
And there are 4 who are pinching in. They're just on the other side of the smoke.
Denies it, yeah. I mean, they're going to walk up into
There's no pop flash on the other side of it. There's no nothing. They just take the fight. And of course, it's 2 controllers who walk away with 2 kills.
Oh, Zeppa those frenzies for him, man. It's always getting one.
How does Kesnet still get another there?
And Davies was just locking down the rest of the map, by the way. Just the KJ util on B, and then Davies on C. Everybody else towards the A side, and somehow, someway, Cloud9, despite losing the first two, come out on top, and the dog spots him.
I thought there may have been a window there for Davies to tuck up into stairs and avoid the Trailblazer, but he gets spotted, and then the flash in his face too, and then you're gonna have to face two players from KRÜ.
And the frenzy of Zeppa just doesn't lose in these corners too up close.
Yeah. Although that is an ominous thing to say, it does not. It was Rooney who cleaned him up. He gets 4 on the round to get Cloud9 the pistol. So much to consider.
They don't have that much time. They don't have that many rounds to really experiment with it.
No.
So maybe they just send it through it and it actually works out.
The Paranoia covers off the left side of B, and then the Trailblazer go in too. So they've gotten some semblance of control, but this doesn't feel secure.
No plant yet. They also have a Cosmic Divide for the retake, and you're looking at Melzer flirting with the possibility of going for a flank through Garage.
Meanwhile, you see Rooney considering the flank potentially towards A, but that's not where it's coming from. They've got the turret out from Zelsys to consider that side from Garage, but I think if Rooney's going to make a play here on A, he's got to be pacey about it.
They can't get off the site right now.
No, they're stuck.
They're giving up behind the Cosmic Divide right now.
Perhaps realizing that it's going to dissipate here soon, but Rooney's flank is covered.
With the flank pressure too from Melzer, there's no way you can get back at fighting through this Cosmic Divide. Zelsys is going to make an attempt at it, but beautiful round from KRÜ.
And a bloody massacre for Cloud9. And I think the scarier thing is as you look at the members, the faces of the members of KRÜ, they're calm. It's not emotional, it's not very high, it's very collected.
Blinded.
That's the look of a team who fully understands what's before them and what they need to do to close it out. But maybe Cloud9 have a counterpunch here off of Zelsys' lockdown.
They just continue to invest in rounds that are low percentage. And they've definitely, I mean, gone back to maybe the average in terms of eco round win rate. But they're still making these sort of plays, making these investments. Zelsys with the lockdown here.
Yeah, it reminds me of the series yesterday.
But this is crucial, right? Rooney has this molly still. They definitely have exactly what Net was talking about at halftime. About delaying the push back into it. And there's going to be a lot of people trying to get in from KRÜ. Can they break through?
They've gotten onto the site, they've gotten the spike down, and there you see in that exact moment, you highlighted it a few rounds ago, there's the focus, there's the dump of utility. Look at Zeppa playing on the inside of that smoke too, popping a flash, it's all delay, 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 delay. How does KRÜ get back in? Just like that, I guess they've been able to get 2 big kills. Jake looking up into the heavens to see if he can take one down with him, but no, he falls.
Spam is missing, no way!
Axie's gonna get it the whole way. There's nothing Rooney can do here! Gets the kills, but it does not matter. The round is done. KRÜ get to 11.
How in the world did KRÜ just pull that off? They got delayed until they had to immediately get on the spike as they got on the site. That is just ridiculous.
And that was the circumstance, that was the condition that we felt like was necessary for Cloud9 to win rounds.
Yeah, and remember they invested. They killed your lockdown.
Yeah.
To get in that position, they thought it's a given. And it all falls apart. Maybe because of the weaker weaponry. And now Cloud9 have put themselves in a position where it's 2 rounds to go here for KRÜ.
An op in the hands of Davies. But once again, focus on this fight mid. This has the potential for danger once more, but Nags does eventually take one. You see this ping-ponging of kills back and forth.
Your trail.
It's just crazy. Zeppa pops the Seekers though. Kesnet has an opportunity to maybe try to get through it.
He has Showstopper. He has 2 satchels. And he delays the plant for just a moment. But what can Zeppa do?
Oh, gosh.
His timing here is huge. Gets 1 kill. Still 1 more to be found. Davies up close with the op.
You got the stun.
He's been spotted. Switches over. Much more of a mid-range weapon. Still has so much to do before him. The alarm bot gonna give his position away. The double face! And Davies takes him down!
All the harassment that just occurred. The flashes from Zeppa. The Trailblazer into the alarm bot still. They swing off of it. And he hits the Red Bull clutch to put KRÜ on match point. What a crazy moment out from Davies the Chamber. And it's starting to be smiles right now. They're back up on the match point. The thing is, there's 2 players still here for KRÜ.
And Davies has taken the space back.
Showstopper out.
He refills. There's the Seekers. Seek hesitant, looking for something.
Off the air!
But the smoke is what's keeping him back, so they're going to rotate off of this.
And Jake didn't even get the TP off. If he got that, maybe they have the C site to rotate into now. They're struggling. They're scrambling.
They've been thrown into disarray, and Melser with position to put him away. Spike on the ground, a 5v3. KRÜ in a position to pull off what everyone thought was unthinkable. What everyone thought was impossible.
It should have been.
The first few series, sure. Against a weak MIBR, why not? But against Cloud9.
Here.
An outrageous possibility, but Jay can snatch them back, and he can do it on his own. He gets 2 there. Zelsis with another counter. Now Pit invested. Bit of room for Rooney to work. Maybe Nags can make a play. Of course, it's going to be Nags. He's gotten it down to a 2v2. It's still up. Nags with another.
No way. The lockdown going to be invested.
Rooney has to push this. He's got to go. Well considered by Nags. The tuck, though, clears it out. There's the swing. He's gotten it down to 1v1.
Oh, no.
Where's Davies? Just on the other side, and he delivers the shot. Turns out this David has a stone and a slingshot of his own. KRÜ keep their glass slipper.